Welcome back everybody. This is RanqeustLP here bringing you episode number 1616 of Building and Beyond Skyblock Multiplayer Edition. How's everybody doing? I know it's only been a day since I last recorded, but I am like beyond inspired. I don't know. Well, I do know what happened, but the last episode, we added these roads here. Yes, we did. And then I talked about the game plan going forward. Now, I've got some slight changes that I made, and some realizations that I've come to that I wanted to start to share with you in this episode. So let's take a look at what's been done. All right, so I extended the road, like I mentioned. So the road kind of goes out this way. I think that's where it was before. But I curved this road around because I said in the previous episode that I'm going to have the storage area right here, and for specific reasons being this guy, that can't happen. All right, this area here is going to be primarily for the stone generator, because if I remember correctly, this is just one iteration of it, so things are going to have to change. So ouch. So with this here, the plan eventually is to extend it, okay? Because based off of the way lava flows and, ease of access, this can actually get up to a total of 14 in length, so 14 different smooth stones before redstone starts getting tricky and whatnot. All right, so this is one. I'm going to actually have to use a lot of this space here for when I start expanding this building. With that said, I am not going to put the storage bin here, or the storage building here, and I'm okay with that. I'm actually quite happy that I came up with that idea, just because, I got so over rambunctious thinking of a plan that I didn't really think of it through. So I'm glad that that's not there. With that said, I decided to eliminate the road that was coming out of here, which is where this main base is here. I put in this trapdoor. This here is going to kind of just be a holding building for this area so that I can get up and down. And I was thinking maybe, because this overhangs, it's kind of a pain in the butt, I may end up having this be like an archway onto this side, which will eventually expand that way. So the road comes this way, and I haven't figured out what I want to do, whether I want to keep going that way or end it here. So I just stopped it. I left this corner uncovered, and it's still the cobblestone brick here. But what the plan is I'm going to have this to be like kind of a shopping district. So what do you have? You have little side streets, you have little things like that. So we've already got there are two buildings here that are, you got our chicken farm and our cow farm, which we obviously know about that. But this plot that I have right here, this here is going to be where the bulk of my storage is going to be. It's close to spawn, it's close to some of the big players as far as our buildings go, so this is the ideal location, at least in my mind, for having our storage area. Now I don't know what it's going to look like. I know that it's going to have a ton of chests, maybe multiple levels, multiple floors, so yeah, so that is going to be there. And then I may have another set of buildings, because the road is going to go out this way and maybe curve around. I'm not sure, but the road is going to actually intersection here, and we're going to be able to do maybe something along that way. Now, the biggest realization that I've come to, and it's really unfortunate because it's helped us so much, so much, is, well, this. Yeah. It's going to have to come down. It works so well, and I'm very happy with it, especially with the production it's given us, the levels and all that stuff. But I'm going to end up moving it because it's way too close to where the spawn is. It's way too close to where any roads are. I can't really do anything with it being right here. So it's going to have to come down. Now, where it's going to go, I don't know. And it's not going to come down for a while. I just know that is going to go away. And I will probably move it, I don't know, maybe somewhere off in their land. Just because it makes more sense just to kind of be further away. And especially with it being such a tall building, this platform here is going to stay in one way, shape, or form, but people are going to come in looking at that direction. So having taller buildings further away will make much more sense in the long run than trying to have this being right behind it. So it's a sad day thinking about it, but it's going to have to happen eventually. And, and again, eventually could mean a couple months down the road. I'm not sure when. I know that I'm not going to add to it, obviously, if I'm going to be taking it down. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is that I'm going to end up building my storage area, maybe building a couple levels out here. And I know that I'm going to wait until I have a solid sheep production. So it's going to be a while. And then, again, I still have to expand on my farming creation. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick little update. I'm going to cut the video here, and I'm going to work on a little bit more of this kind of tearing down and prepping for the storage area. So by the time I come back, we will have started working on this, and yeah, so we'll be good. All right, guys, I'll see you for you in a second. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. This is RanqeustLP bringing you back to the episode. So we've gotten a lot accomplished in the time that I've been off. It's been probably about 4 or 5 hours, I think, since I last chit-chatted with you guys. And since then, a lot has happened again. One, bang, I told you I was going to start working on our storage building, and here it is. It's kind of in progress. I'm getting this multi-level type tiered building, which is starting to look good. And, this building is kind of dependent on how quickly I mine the stone and all that stuff, which, with our new Silk Touch pick, that is coming along really, really nicely. The only issue is that, well, it's been taking a beating. And, it's not really a problem. I just have to sit around and farm some mobs and then repair it. But that's besides the point. While I was gone, I did get another level 30 enchant, and I got one of these. Bam! Smite 4, Looting 2, Fire Aspect 2, and it doesn't really get much better than that other than maybe another Looting on it. So Looting 3. And it's really been helping out. I mean, I've got a ton of stuff. And with the bones, I think, as far as the bones go, I used to just take out my entire inventory and sell it. But I think I'm going to leave, if I do sell the bones again, I'm going to leave about half the inventory kind of there. Now, one thing I am going to do too is, let's take a look at the inside of our building here. It is going to be multiple floors, and it's going to be accessed with a ladder. But here it is. So we're looking at sections of 3 here with some smaller sections of 2. And then I think I'm going to put the ladder here. And so if we look over here, this is going to be our chest array. And for those of you that don't know how to do this, this here is these middle ones are actually trapped chests, which allow you to add chests next to each other without them merging, which is fantastic. And they work just like a regular chest. You can open them, do anything you want, and they require the tripwire hooks. If you create a tripwire hook, which is an iron ingot, and I'm not going to make one because I did just make one and I don't want to waste any more iron. So you get an iron ingot here, you get a stick here, yeah, and then you get a plank right here, and that will give you 2 tripwire hooks, and which you can then use for you just put a chest in the tripwire hook next to it, and you get a trapped chest. So yeah, so each one of these rows will probably hold a specific item. I used 3 here, 1 to make the build even, but if I put all, we'll just say pickaxes in here, then it's not really going to be that big of a deal. It's kind of like having a chest and a half. So yeah, so this may be pickaxes, this may be shovels, and so on and so forth. And then with that being said, as far as the monster supplies, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to fill my inventory out with these monster supplies, and then from there, once I actually have once I have my full stock supply in there of everything, anything after that, so that's going to be a chest and a half full of each item, will then be able to be used for selling. And what that's going to allow me to do is it's going to allow me to plan ahead for, you know, when we do have our shop. If I have 3 chests full of an item, so we'll just say bones. If I have 3 chests full of bones and we have a shop, I can then use the entire chest to stock up if people buy or sell. So it'll give me a good backup plan, you know, and it's going to take a while to fill, but it's no big deal. And then so, you know, each, I guess, section will hold whatever. And then again, you know, the second floor will be able to utilize for something. I'm not really sure yet. So for now, it'll probably be empty, but you know, I can always just array this up and have another grouping of storage, or I can use it for another building. Who knows? So yeah. All right. But I'm very excited because this, you know, as much as this took forever, I guess the biggest hindrance about, you know, builds like this, which I'm going to be doing a lot of now, is the fact that I need supplies. And so this took so long because I had to mine everything out. And I mean, each one of these obviously takes, you know, a pick hit on top of, you know, for you know, it's a 1-to-1 ratio for pretty much every one of these items except for the stairs. They're even more expensive. But I'm gonna have to spend a couple weekends where I just kind of don't build, just pure farming, kind of like we were in the beginning of, or at least I was in the beginning of the series before I was this established. So yeah, because we're gonna need to make a lot more money. The big thing is we're gonna need to be able to buy one of those shops. Again, we'll start small, but I'm gonna need, again, sheeps and all that stuff, so that I can add to that. So, you know, on top of grinding to fill the inventory, I'm gonna have to grind to make some money, and so on and so forth. So all right, guys, I think that's going to do it. If you guys like what you see here, especially, you know, for the way this building is coming out, or you have any suggestions, please leave a comment. You know, it's always greatly appreciated, as long as they're constructive comments. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe, anything you want. It's all appreciated. So, but until then, guys, we will see you next time, probably sometime next week. All right, guys, take it easy. Bye-bye.
Here we go.